We welcome you into the opening edition of the Ken Sparks Show. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Ken Sparks. What a way to open the season, Ken. 55-28, you top Wayne State. And I can't believe I'm saying this here a few days after the fact. Balance and passing game on display against the Warriors. How did things set up for your Eagles against the Warriors?
Well, we knew coming in that they probably would do like everybody has done in the past, the past year, and that was to try to get more defensive people in the box and and defend the run, of course. And so we did. We going in game plan wise, we thought we could throw it. We got quality receivers, and Dre did an unbelievable job throwing the football. He threw it at the right place and got it at the right place at the right time, and did a great job with that. And so we were really pleased with that. And of course, Adam, I'm so proud of this, and proud of this coaching staff.
You've said it all summer long that the leadership on this year's team is a different kind of impressive. Last year you had a few select guys, but this year it seems like the message has been it's a whole group of guys who are willing to stick up and lead this team. How do you see that become evident on the field Thursday night?
Well, I thought, again, I'm so proud of our kids because I thought they responded exactly the way we wanted them to. Now, did we make some mistakes? Yes. Did we have second units and third units come in and do what we wanted them to do? No. Was our kicking game what it needed to be? No. But for a first ball game, attitude-wise was outstanding. Effort-wise was outstanding. And when I say attitude, we had a lot of individuals make great plays, but they weren't drawing attention to me as an individual. Mm-hmm. They were celebrating their presence with those other 10. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a tremendous compliment to our kids, and that tells you a little bit about the leadership.
You look at things. How do you build from a game like this where a lot of things went right and just one or two things that you sort of have to nitpick on?
Well, like I say, I couldn't be any more proud of them. And but now we know they've got a pitcher. They can see, we're shooting live bullets and going wide open. They can see a whole lot more about, you can talk about all you want to in practice, but until you get in a ball game and get a little bit higher pace and all the things that you have to do, you don't really know how you're going to respond. And so the thing I liked about it is always you got something to show them that they have now got a visual of how they really looked and how they really did. And the other good thing, of course, we got an unbelievable coaching staff, but these coaches now can set up drills and set up things to help them improve on the things that we didn't do very well.
Seems like light years ahead of where you were at this time last year after Glenville State. Is that fair?
I agree with that. Yes, I do. I think this team has taken on the best personality of last year's team and build on it. I don't think there's any question about that.
We'll break down the first half. Carson-Newman rolls up more than 300 yards of total offense in the opening frame. That's when we come back on the Ken Sparks Show. Back on the Ken Sparks Show, Carson-Newman with a dominating 55-28 over the Wayne State Warriors. Adam Cavalier alongside the head coach of the Carson-Newman's Eagles. Ken Sparks, victory 309 for you. I know you love it so much. But
you're the first person that said that, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I had to. It's just jabbing that needle
man.
A little deeper. But for all the wins, some other records that need to be talked about. One, DeAndre Thomas sets the single game passing efficiency record.
Really?
359.4.
Wow.
Third game with a passing efficiency more than 300 since 1998. And first 200-yard passing game since your quarterback's coach, Alex Good, was running the offense back in 2009 against Winona State. You touched on DeAndre in segment one. What growth, maturity have you seen from him to cause for such a stellar performance on opening night?
Well, he's worked hard. He's paid the price to be our quarterback, and he's deeply invested, and he's going to continue to get better. He missed he missed 6 or 7 critical reads last night, and he's got to get that better because it don't take but one of them to beat you. And and that's the thing about an option football team. Even with our passing game, we decide after the ball is snapped. It's a post-snap decision about where the point of attack is, and so he's got some work to do on that. But he managed the game very, very well.
Again, it's one of those things where I wonder if I'm dreaming. We're talking about the receivers now. Steven Isom, Anthony Eubanks caught a lot of balls in stride. What did they do?
Well, they are talented kids, and they got some size, and Anthony runs well, and so they give us great weapons. And then our little number one. One time I think it might have been a lateral, and he caught the ball and made the big first down out of it. And so we're and we got Cassadine that's sitting over there that is a very, very talented player. Jared Behovey. We got some guys that can play, and so we need to get the ball in our hands.
First half highlights head your way now. Eagles lead at the break, 42-14.
Thomas takes the snap, drops back to pass, throws deep down the near sideline. It's complete to Eubanks at the 9. Eubanks slides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. The Eagles, through the air, take a 6-0 lead with 11:23 left in the first half. A 37-yard pickup for DeAndre Thomas, who throws his first career touchdown pass to put the Eagles on top. Eubanks with his first career touchdown reception. Thomas on the give, left side, Andy Hibbett. Hibbett into the space, gets up to the 30 and 25. Hibbett angling his way to the far sideline. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Carson-Newman. Andy Hibbett from 43 yards away, the longest run of his career, puts the Eagles on top 13-7. 2nd and 12 from the 17. Thomas back to pass. Throws a deep ball near sideline. Complete to Steven Isom near midfield along the near sideline up at the 48. A gain of 31 as the Eagles' aerial assault continues. 3rd down and 2 yards to go for Carson-Newman. Inside handoff goes to Douglas, left side. Powers through one tackle at the 2 and sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. 3rd score of the day for the Eagles. 2 by land, 1 by air, and Carson-Newman takes a 20-7 lead. Hibbett on the right, Douglas on the left. A wide out in each direction. Handoff goes right side. Tyron Douglas untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Sprinted through the hole created on the right side of the line by the 2 all-sack offensive linemen, Robbie Ignati and Alex Taylor. And the Eagles go back ahead by 2 scores. Roscoe in the shotgun. Takes the snap, chest tight. Throws short. Left side, and it's intercepted. Carson-Newman snatched it out of the air. Greg Beauty, the man who grabbed it, the officials will congregate to see if that is correct, or at least correct to Greg Beauty's desires. It is! Beauty with the INT. Thomas takes the snap, hands off Douglas, twisting and turning his way along the right side, fights into the end zone, touchdown, Carson-Newman. Tyron Douglas, the human pinball machine, punches his way into the end zone to put the Eagles ahead by 3, scores on his 3rd touchdown of the night. The hat trick for Tyron. Thomas with 1st and 10 from his own 37. Thomas back to pass, looking deep over the middle of the field. A laser complete to Eubanks at the 25. Eubanks high steps his way. 10, 5, touchdown, Carson-Newman. Oh boy, 63 yards from DeAndre Thomas to Anthony Eubanks. The Eagles can indeed soar.
Those are your first half highlights as Carson-Newman leads at the break over Wayne State, 42-14. And something that we tend to do from time to time, we check in with social media. Coach Andy wants to know, are we going to see this kind of balance for Carson-Newman all year long?
Well, here's the coach's answer to that. We want to do whatever it takes to win a ball game. And if that means we got to run it 100 times, and let's do it. If we got to pass it 100 times, let's do it. What I want us to be able to do is do both. If we got to pass to win, let's do it. If we got to run to win, let's do it. We got to be capable and able to do that. But our goal is always to be a balanced football team, because if you're not stretching the field vertically, you're not stretching the field horizontally, you're not dictating to the defense what you want them to do. They're telling you what they're going to do. And so you can't have that. You always want to be the attacker on offense.
What's the story for you to this game? The passing game, DeAndre Thomas going for more than 200, or a very balanced rushing attack with three backs who all run for more than 65 yards, led by Tyron Douglas and his hat trick of touchdowns?
Well, my storyline is that we have a great coaching staff and some great kids, and they responded in a way I thought that honored the Lord last night.
I knew that was coming.
So that's my storyline. Yeah, but no question, Adam, all the things that you said are really important to us, and hats off to those kids that did it, that got the job done.
Nice to see the running backs, though. All three of them were banged up.
Yeah, and they were again last night, but they just, they're tough kids.
We break down the second half when we come back after this on the Ken Sparks Show. Back on the Ken Sparks Show, Carson-Newman with the victory over Wayne State on Thursday night, 55-28. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Ken Sparks. And Ken, you look at the second half, an opening touchdown by Steven Isom, and then a chance to get the second and third teamers some action. What's that mean to you to give the Goose Mannings, the Darvier DeBoses of the world some extended looks on the field?
Well, it's critical to us. We've got, just like I told our team, we can't play with one unit. We got to play, we're looking to be 2 to 3 deep. And because before the year's over, that's exactly what it takes. And so our second units, third units, wasn't hardly as sharp as I wanted them to be, but that's a beginning point. And a lot of freshmen, a whole lot of freshmen in them second and third units.
And a whole lot of freshmen going against a very experienced Wayne State first team defense that stayed out on the field for a bit longer.
Yes, and we cannot underestimate Wayne State's a good football team, and they're going to win some games this year. And I thought again it added to our performance last night that we did not do that against a team that's not very good. That's a pretty good football team.
You take a look at what the Warriors did last year, fewest turnovers in the nation, and your defense goes out and forces 3.
Yeah.
What's that say?
Well, I loved it. And for the defense to score, that's one of the things you always have as a goal, for the defense to score or set up a score every ball game. And same way with the kicking game. And we did have a couple of pretty good punt returns. Brother Pope did a good job there. He did a great job on catching the ball, and that was a concern for us going into this ball game.
What about the interception return 4-6 with the transfer, first game out of the chute? Ian Jacob makes a play.
Yeah, and almost had 2. He almost had one on our sideline, and so he's going to be pretty good before the year's over. And then Greg Beauty's was his interception was just a thing of tremendous effort. And
you missed the opportunity there. Thing of beauty.
Yeah, well, I'm not as quick as I need to be. I'll get quicker on that one, but it's hard to think beauty when you're sitting here looking at you. But anyway, so.
I can't refute that. Not one bit. If there is something for the defense to get better on, aside from maybe helping me improve my looks, which is impossible, what does the defense need to do?
Missed tackles. It was critical times last night we missed tackles. And And it wasn't because we didn't have hands on them. We actually had hands on them and just didn't finish the tackle. And so that's one of those things that we have an opportunity to work on this week and get better with.
We hit the second half highlights as the Eagles come out on top of Wayne State 55-28.
The Eagles back under center, 1st and 10 from the 40. Thomas fakes the handoff, play action, deep ball, middle of the field. Steven Isom catches it at the 5, drags a defender into the end zone, touchdown. Carson-Newman, a strike from 40 yards away. DeAndre Thomas with his 3rd score of the day through the air and his 1st to Steven Isom.
Back on the Ken Sparks Show, and each week we typically highlight one Carson-Newman student athlete. This week, however, we're going to put the spotlight on 3 of Carson-Newman's preseason All-Americans. Michael Watrang has an in-depth look at Kurt Duncan, Alex Taylor, and Brandon Baker.
The 2013 football season brings a set of new expectations for the Carson-Newman Eagles. Ken Sparks' team is ranked 17th nationally and have 3 preseason All-Americans.
Running back Brandon Baker, offensive lineman Alex Taylor, and kicker Kurt Duncan were selected to the preseason All-American list. All 3 student athletes are humbled by the honors, but Duncan understands preseason accolades don't necessarily mean success is guaranteed for the upcoming season.
Well, I really think that's just a lot of gravy for me. I think it's a great honor and a privilege to be a part of that group. But you know, preseason means you ain't really done nothing yet, and so I think it's a great honor, but I'm kind of overlooking it and getting focused on the season.
Senior running back Brandon Baker finished last season with 1,468 rushing yards, a mark that only 2 players have exceeded in program history. The honors have given the Miami native motivation to surpass that mark in the upcoming campaign.
Everyone recognizes you at the beginning of the year to be an All-American. So you have to go through and work hard as you can each day so you can be the best player you can. And so that way, postseason, you can become an All-American as well.
Senior right tackle Alex Taylor has started every game of his career to this point, helping clear the way for a rushing attack that finished in the top 5 nationally in 2012. The native of Bristol, Tennessee, has his sights set on team success over personal awards.
It's definitely one of the most humbling experiences that's ever happened to me, but mostly it just means that me, but more so the team, we just have to work that much harder to get the goals accomplished that we want to get done. But I try to keep it more team focused, because if I don't do my job, the team fails, and then if the team fails, then no one's going to get anything done individually.
With national attention surrounding each athlete, Duncan understands he can only focus on what he can control.
I think all I can do is control my kicking. I try to be as vocal as I can, but you know, as a kicker, you're usually one of the lower parts of the team, and not low, but just I mean, you know, the generalization. So I try to let my foot do the talking, and I try to honor the Lord with that. And all I do, I think when I do have the opportunity to speak, I say what I feel like I need to say. But I just try to lead the kickers. I think that's where the Lord's placed me to be involved in their lives. And so I try to lead them the best I can and try to set an example on the field too.
A lot is expected of each of these student athletes on the field, but Baker acknowledges his roles extend far beyond scoring touchdowns.
Team leader as for Carson-Newman is a great accomplishment. Once you become a leader on Carson-Newman, you have higher standards than everyone else, and having those higher standards, you have to be accountable on and off the field, and that's something we go by as a team leaders.
With excitement swirling around the Carson-Newman football program, the Eagles will lean on 3 of their leaders as they embark on a new journey. I'm Michael Watrang for the Ken Sparks Show.
All right, thank you very much, Michael. And Ken, you look at that trio of players, some preseason accolades, and all 3 handling it very well.
Yes, and they're special youngins, and the fact that that's a good example of the product of this program, and all 3 of them have been here for their full 4 years and have done a great job of developing themselves and working at it.
And it seems like all 3 have taken different paths to get to where they are right now, and I think that's been fun to watch.
Well, you know, that's the way the Lord does things. You know, He gives us all opportunities, but He's created us differently, and He's numbered our days different. The purpose of our days different, and it's been great to see how those three guys have made it happen.
You turn your attention now to the Colorado School of Mines and one of the more prolific passing offenses that America has to offer. What challenges do an Ore Diggers team pose that, well, they only toss it up into the air about 75% a game?
Well, I think it's another step. You know, our first three games, Wayne State, we had kind of a pro-type offense and play action pass, a little bit predictable. The Mines are going to be a football team that's going to throw it a whole lot. Now, they had some injured running backs next year, so they may do something a little different this year. But they're going to give us a little different perspective. They're going to spread the field. They're going to throw it all over the place. They're going to do the little mesh patterns and some things that we haven't seen yet. And then the next week, we got Brevard, which will come in here with a three-back offense and go see if you can stop us, you know, with the option. And so our defense will see just about every perspective there is the first 3 weeks of the season. And Mines is, they do what they do very well. A lot of people come and watch Coach Stitz do his offense because he's pretty good. He's pretty good at what he does.
You look at the trip itself. First trip out to Colorado, or one of your first since 1983, and a pretty special game over Mesa State. What's it mean to you to head back out to the Centennial State?
Well, I remember '83, but one after that was '91 when we played in the High Stadium in Gunnison, Colorado, and it was 0 degrees and the chill factor was about -20. And it was 8,000 feet above sea level. It's the tallest stadium in America, football stadium in America, highest altitude. And so, and we lost that game. And so, you know, we got to go get it done, and it won't be easy.
Classic Ken Sparks fashion. You bring up the loss instead of talking about
That's
the
what I
83
remember.
championship.
I remember championship, but I remember the loss. Yeah.
Ken, pleasure as always. Congrats on the opening day victory.
Good for our kids. Thank you.
Carson-Newman head football coach Ken Sparks. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier. This has been the Ken Sparks Show. Join us next week.